Welcome back to Sip the Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans. Today we're going to take a look at Derrick Henry and what he's done for the Baltimore Ravens. He finished the game with 20 carries, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns. But in that first half, he only had 6 carries for 8 yards. And what I want to do is take a look at the first half and see what was different in the second half and why he had much more success in the second half. So, and again, he rushed for total 1,921 yards this season as a Baltimore Raven, his second best season in his career, and 1,900 yards, 16 touchdowns, rushing. Great season for Derrick Henry, but now it's time to push this thing a little hard in the playoffs. But let's get into what he did in the second half as compared to the first half and how the offensive line or whatever Cleveland did to try to slow him down. What changed in the second half? Welcome back to Sip the Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans. Let's go. All right, I appreciate you guys for coming back. So before we get started, actually, let's hit that like button if you don't mind. It helps the channel tremendously. If you're not subscribed, do that as well. And when you do subscribe, hit that bell so you'll be notified when the rest of these videos drop. Let's just dive right into it, man. The first half, and I got some notes here too to kind of tell me what's supposed to be, so I hope the play's loaded right. But in the first half, again, we talked about him only having 6 carries for 8 yards. So let's look at those 6 carries and see what went wrong. Then we'll get into the positive, on the back end. So they're running. Is that pin and pull? Yeah, they're running pin and pull. So on pin and pull, what should happen is Rosengarten should come out. Linderbaum should come out. He should block down. Mark should block down. But the problem is right here. Mark trying to block down on Myles Garrett, and Myles Garrett just shoots that gap, and Mark can't do anything with him because it turns into a block in the back. And this is a really tough block, especially if Myles don't immediately see it and turn toward Mark. If Myles just fires up, that's a tough block for Mark to have. And as you see, Mark, I'm going to say he kind of waits, but he kind of wants to let Rosengarten clear a little bit. But Myles ducks right up under Rosengarten, and at this point right here, Mark has no chance. There's no chance at all. So that's the first rush for -4 yards. Now this one came still in the first quarter with 6:13 left. And this is just inside zone. So this is inside zone. We should get a double team here to there. Block there. Ryan should try to scoop that, and Voorhees is trying to get up to linebacker. That's what should happen. And we're reading this guy right here. Ryan just, again, it's the leverage thing. So Voorhees should shoot that hand there, or also even lean that shoulder in before he climbs, which is going to help Ronnie with this guy who's already lined up inside of Ronnie, shooting that inside gap. See, that's not enough. That's not enough. He got to bang that, and then when 43 triggers, then come off and just meet him right here. Don't just throw the hand if nothing's going to be behind it. So he threw the hand, which is fine, but nothing was behind it. It was a weak short jab. And so that did nothing to slow him down or allow Ronnie to get the leverage he needed. And so guy just shot the gap. And at least Derrick Henry just fell for 2 yards. That's the good thing about Derrick. For the most part, if you let him get any kind of forward momentum, he's going to fall forward. All right, this next one is also a 2-yard run, and it's 4:05 left in the first quarter. From the 11-yard line. Got a little power action. And then this, the car's coming in motion to kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage, which is Myles Garrett. Falele should wrap around and take out 59, who is the backer. That's what should happen. Get down blocks by everybody else. See Kolar back in there getting that down block. Ricard does a good job of attacking that inside shoulder of Myles Garrett and kicking him out. Now, who is this, 42? He does a good job of getting over there. He should be blocked by one of these two guys. He should be blocked by Ronnie or Voorhees, but he is not. So Falele does a good job of kicking his guy out, and the guy that should be blocked by Ronnie or Voorhees just is untouched. And he's the one that kind of, destroys the play. But again, if you let Derek get some downhill motion, he going to fall forward. All right, to this next one. Now we're in the second quarter. It's a 4-yard game from Derek. So now he's sitting right at this point right now. He has 3 carries, 0 yards. This is out. Is it outside zone? Yeah, outside zone. Coming across. Rosengarten should get 57. Falele should try to wash out 92. Linderbaum's going to climb to 59. Voorhees 51. And then Ronnie's picking up anything and trying to turn back. So Voorhees does a good job. Voorhees and Linderbaum do a good job on this. Voorhees gets that hook. Linderbaum's getting on second level. So if Falele does anything to slow down 92, Derrick Henry has this lane right there. If he does anything to slow down 92, he has that lane right there with potentially Rodney taking this block. Voorhees coming up to cut off 43 from coming inside, and then Derrick will have a one-on-one with Thornhill. But because Falele kind of gave it up on this one, Derrick had to cut back faster than he needed to. So he wasn't able to hit where the hole would have been, where the big hole would have been. So now he's sitting at, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4 carries for 4 yards. This next one's for no gain. It's still in the second quarter, 6:26 left. And that's just a cluster. Just a certified cluster. Tyler Linderbaum gets cross-faced right here in the middle of your screen. And that kind of kills it right there. That little 92 crossing Linderbaum's face, that kills it. Because you got your double team right here, so they're not focused on that. He's right there looking at Derrick right now. But Derrick sees it and tries to make something out of it. Look at Kolar. No, that's Ricard. Look at Ricard. Getting that work on Myles Garrett. Look at Ricard getting that work on Myles Garrett. Now, Myles has the leverage on him, but that ain't bad. It looks bad, but that's good for Ricard. Good thing Ricard didn't get hurt on that. That could have got ugly. Myles helped him up. Myles a good dude. Hell of a football player. Good dude, too. See, that was a no gain. I'm sorry. This is the last carry in the first half. This is the last carry in the first half in which he ended 6 for 8 yards. And this for 4 yards. Run a little outside pin and pull again, maybe, or it's outside zone. Let's see. Pin and pull again. This time, remember last time Mark had Myles sitting right there and he couldn't block him. This time they lined up a little different. So you got you down there, got you down here. You got Falele should be pulling the kick out 53. Linderbaum should be pulling to pick up anything that pops up. Then Mark taking on 59. And Derrick tried to force the hole on this one. He tried to. And I understand why. Because the way Roger has him blocked, if he tries to cut that right there, which it seems like the right thing to do, 92 is going to fall in and make that tackle. So I understand him pressing the hole and trying to make this work where it's supposed to work. Because 92 has the leverage that if he hit that hole, he can come off and make the tackle. And he still ended up making the tackle. Just didn't get enough of a kick out by, I think that's Falele. Not enough of a kick out by Falele to create room. Or Linderbaum. There really was nowhere for him to go. So that's how he ended the first half. 6 carries, 8 yards. Let's go to the second half. First play in the second half for him. First carry in the second half. Actually, the first play of the second half. If I'm not mistaken, this is old school ISO. If I'm not mistaken, this is old school ISO. You got your double by Voorhees and Linderbaum. Riding with the kick out. Voorhees climbs to 40. Ricard going to kick out 43, I hope. And there it is. Now at this point, your athleticism or your position awareness takes in. We got you. The first part of the blocking scheme is done. Now go be a back. There he is. There he is. Now the King Henry aura and athleticism takes over. We got him through first level. 29, didn't want it. And now he off and running. That was a big 25-yard gain right there. Great way to start the second half. And I can't remember the last time we ran straight up ISO. This next one's for 5 yards. 13-18 left in the third quarter. Kind of giving that same look again with Kolar in. And Kolar makes a difference in the run game, for those that don't know. But running behind Ricard, man. And I praise Ricard, when I talked about him making the Pro Bowl. Ricard in a reduced role has gotten a lot better in what we need him to do. Great job by Voorhees of working that combo and coming to second level. Ricard going to pick that up. And again, just like the previous play, we got the first line of defense blocked. Now it's up to you to be a back. 5-yard gain. Now, he came way over there from Rosengard to make that tackle, but still a 5-yard gain. We'll take it. Now, the next one. He ran one more time, but he got a holding call, so we're not going to show that one. This next one is 11:29 left in the third quarter. We're on the 5-yard line, minus 2 yards. Let's see what happened to lose yards on that. Ooh, Falele. Like I said, we know when the snap count is, so you got to try to get your head across there. But 92 shoots that gap and kind of blows the play up before it even gets started. So he already got leverage on Falele. It's penetration, so you can't even really get Ricard that's trying to cut back. He's right in his face. And then who is this? Is this Emerson that comes up and helps? They had the numbers on us on that one, especially after giving up that penetration early in the play. Let's go to the next one. This is a big game right here, 20-yard game right here. We're on the 25-yard line, still third quarter, 9:50. Just do like straight inside zone. Straight inside zone. No, it's pin and pull. Pin and pull, he just hit it downhill. Instead of trying to get outside. So maybe a little adjustment that was made at halftime. Because the first 2 times we tried to run that pin and pull, Myles Garrett shot the gap and made the tackle. Then we ran it a few plays ago, and he tried to force it to the outside and didn't get anything. So now it was like, okay, let me make this adjustment. Just hit things straight downhill off of Linderbaum's block. Linderbaum's one of the down guys. You got Voorhees and Falele pulling, and they trying to overplay it. Because look, they got 2 guys out here. So great adjustment by Derek. Just say, forget this. I'm going to go downhill with it. And look, now, again, the first line of defense is blocked. Go be a back, Derek. Go be a back. And you see it right there. Get that first line of defense blocked. Get that first 5 or 6 blocked up. Then let 22 do his thing. This is for 7 yards. Still in the third quarter. You see who's still in the game. Project Pat. This is the first time we saw Stretch all game. And y'all know this is one of my favorite concepts for this year. And this is what Derek was good at in Tennessee. And they talk about numbers. We're going to talk about numbers here for a second. So we count numbers as an offensive guy. You count numbers from the center over. So for us, 1, 2, 3, 4. For them, 1, 2, 3, 4. When they line up like this, the offense has the advantage because we got Pat and we got Derek. So that's 2 more guys we have in the blocking scheme. So this should be a positive run. Should be. Come on, Falele. You got to get your face crossed. So the 3 outside guys got the Kolar, Ronnie, Voorhees. And again, it's still like it ain't blocked great, but still. Cause look at Falele. He's out leveraged. Nobody has a turn back. But again, when you overrun it and you overplay it, And you just keep pushing them down, keep washing them down, which is what Falele did. Just keep washing them down, keep running. And if you got a back with any kind of sense, any kind of football IQ, he'll find it. He'll make it work, especially once the linebackers get out them gaps. And 43 gets out the gap from Linderbaum, and Derrick Henry, as big as he is, he found that little crease. He found this little crease for a 7-yard gain. That's one of the positives to me of outside zone. This was a 6-yard game. We're still in the third quarter. 7:31. No record this time, but you got Kolar and Mark in there. It's a little quick. It's a little quick outside zone, I think. Or is it inside? And he just bounced it. No. This is that pin and pull thing again. But he just going straight down here. He like, forget getting out here. So it's kind of like trap. The way we pinning and pulling it, it's kind of like trap. Like it's a different scheme from last week, but it's ending up being the same thing. Because we tried pin and pull and it didn't work them first 2 times, we've really turned the pin and pull into a trap for the most part. So you see him trapping that, him kicking that out, and these 2 guys going immediately to linebacker. We done turned pin and pull into a trap. And the first line of defense is blocked. The first line of defense is blocked. Everybody's on a guy. Now, Derrick, you just go be a back. There it is, 6 yards. 6 yards. We get that first line blocked, and it ain't where you got to like move people a lot. You just got to do it. Get in position. Now we're in the fourth quarter, I think. Are we in the fourth quarter? What was this? Let's see. This must have been short yardage. Was that short yardage? I think it was 3rd and 2. That was tough. It was a short yardage play. Let me go back. It was a short yardage play. Like a bunch of bodies in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 people. 8 people in the box for them. Pretty much our whole team in the box except for the receivers. And they just jammed it up. Still got 2 yards out of it though. Still fell forward for 2 yards. This is the negative play. This is outside zone if I'm not mistaken. Maybe inside zone from this set. ISO again. Unless it's an inside zone lead. It's inside zone lead or ISO. One of the 2. Good double team by Falele. Great. That's great leverage right there by those 2 guys. Great leverage. Great leverage here by Roger. Ricard, take that on. Derrick just hit it. Now, obviously, you have to deal with 43 coming. And you also got 40 coming. I don't know if one of these guys is going to peel off. But one of these guys should be peeled off too. I don't know if it's the 43 coming across or 40 going backside. But one of these guys should be peeled off too. 40. How did 40 even get in there? He just shot the gap. So I'd be willing to bet that that Voorhees messed up on this. Because he blocks down with Ronnie, and then 40 just comes untouched. Because the play is going this way, so normally the double teams happen that way. Normally all movement is that way. Normally. So I think Voorhees had a brain fart, and that ended up in the 2-yard loss. The TFL for them. All right, now we got a 15-yard run. Personnel is in there. Trying to find Kolar's in. Ricard. Kolar and Ricard, the guys I'm looking for. Outside zone. Again, dude, this big. This is nothing but speed. This is nothing but speed. Dude, this big don't supposed to be this fast. Got to the outside real quick. And this definitely is the outside zone with a crack. You got your crack right there. Got everybody else trying to reach. Outstanding hook by Ronnie Stanley. Let's go back and look at Ronnie. This is an outstanding hook. Look how far away this dude is from Ronnie. And Ronnie's going to get on his outside shoulder real quick, which allows Derrick Henry to shoot that outside gap. Great athleticism by Ronnie. Now, right here, it's over with. This is a hell of a block by Ronnie Stanley. At this point, it's over. 29, nope. 33 really don't want it either. They're just trying to hold on till the cavalry come. Now we got a 2-yard run for a touchdown right here. This touchdown right here got him paid. Had him a 500K incentive. Look at 77. Look at 77 pull on this. Tight to the line, which is good. Ricard with the kick out on Delpit. Lele. Did he trip on that? Because I was finna give him props again, but it looked like he tripped again. But his best block this year, he tripped and kicked the dude out. And this is similar. He's falling over and he just kind of throws that shoulder out there, and because he's so big, it helped. And now right here is one-on-one. Again, taking care of the front line. Now you got one-on-one with a linebacker / hybrid safety type dude. And he just got ran over. That's how you drag him in the end zone for 500K. Flip my page. Now this one we got a no gain. We're obviously in the fourth quarter now. Run a little toss. And penetration kills outside zone or toss. And we had a lot of penetration from, I think, 57. Yeah, he gets leverage on Kolar. Gets his hand on that jacked up hand, I think. And at that point, it's kind of tough. It's tough because Kolar gave up penetration. 40's got outside leverage. At this point right here, Ricard has to see this as well and either go muck him up or just turn it up. Then Derek got to follow Ricard. That's what should happen. But it's tough to say that or tough to do that in the spur of the moment while the play's going on. I can say that now because the game's over. I got the play stopped or whatever. Oh, well, they tried to do it. And boy, Mark just stopped. So they did try to do what I just said. Mark just stopped blocking. If Mark stays on 43, we got a little play. Probably not like a touchdown number, but we got a little play. Come on, Mark. Finish the play, baby. Then this one's 8-yard gain. Look at this. We're in the inside zone. 59, unblocked. Unblocked now. Derek sees it. Okay, I'm just going to be a back. So at this point, I've been saying it the whole thing. You block up the front line and then you allow the back to be a back. Well, for the most part right here, we got hat on a hat. They just got an extra dude. So they outnumbered us. And the thing is with this, if you got a back that can be special, if you got a special back, you just ran away from him. So now it makes us, look at Lamar. Lamar already knows a big game. Look at Lamar right there. He already knows a big game. I already know it's a big game. He probably thought he was gone, but it's definitely a big game. And then the one to close it out right here, the 43-yard touchdown. Similar personnel, similar motion with likely coming across. Is it the same play? Outside zone. I love it. I love it. I can tell by the steps of the offensive lineman. Outside zone, I love it. You got the crack by Tylen Wallace, but Delpit is chasing Likely, I think, or he's just trying to shoot the gap. Oh, he was chasing Likely and then saw Derek get the ball, so that made the crack easy. I can't talk about how good Ronnie is on these hooks right here. The last two plays, getting the outside leverage on 57. Voorhees getting outside leverage on this dude, so that means Derek, you just get to the outside and do your thing. 29 coming up, unblocked. Let's see what happens with him. Oh, good cut by Derek to set him up. So Derek's pushing it like he going outside. 29 trying to fit that outside gap, which he has, especially since Ronnie has this hook. And he sticks his foot in the ground and get upfield. Way to set the block up, 22. At this point, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. 1,921 yards, 16 touchdowns. Great pickup. Dude seemed like he wanted to be here last season at the end of the year. That didn't happen. He's here now. Derek did an amazing job for the Ravens so far this year, and it's time, like I said in the before the film in the preview, it's go time now. It's go time. Get his man 20 on his 20th carry. That was that 43-yard run. So 20 carries is the minimum for Derek in this playoff run. And so I appreciate y'all for coming out. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. So like the video if you have not done so far. Subscribe if not. Hit the bell so you'll be notified. and share. And with that being said, man, I'll hit y'all later on with some more from our AFC North clinching victory last night. Peace.